is Sarah Jane and this is my knitting podcast. Welcome. If you are new here, my name is Sarah Jane and I am the founder of Atelier Sarah Jane. That is a company that has been around for years, but has sort of changed its activities. Now I am designing my own knitting patterns and also giving workshops, teaching people how to knit or knitting together with people. It is really inspiring and I'm really happy to do this. I live in the center of Holland, the Netherlands, in a wooded area in a village, and I have recorded this video this is probably my 5th time, as I'm in the forest area there, and it's spring. There is a lot of work to do, so people are I think they're felling some trees, is that how you call it, in the lane just beside our house. I have a craft room in the front of the house, and normally I record there, but I was sitting there and there were like trucks driving past, and then it was the garbage truck, and then it was I don't know, something, so I stopped, and I did a version of this video where I tried to review 4 books and all the knits I've done. But I have knitted a lot, and I have been working on a capsule wardrobe for a long time, and every time switching between jumpers and sweaters and summer knits and dresses and skirts and accessories, and I sort of got overwhelmed by myself a little bit because it was just too much. So I thought, I'm gonna do a book a time, and then the videos will be shorter and I can just pick a moment where everything's quiet and it's doable. So here I am. So the book I'm reviewing today is Knit by Skall Studio. It's a really big and heavy book, and it is, I think it's got, just late last year it came out and it was gifted to me. I really love their aesthetic, and the book is really beautiful, just as even just a coffee table book. It has a lot of beautiful photographs of their journey. And so Skall Studio is a Danish designer brand, so they have a clothing line for women, and they also have had knits for a long time. They sell their knits, and they also sold individual patterns for a long time. They have changed their patterns because the individual patterns were knitted flat and these are knitted in the round, so that's a big difference. The book has had some comments online about having mistakes in them. I really haven't had any problem with the knitting patterns. The only thing I have had is that the charts are quite small, so as I wear glasses and reading glasses, I couldn't do that without a good lamp, but that's like my problem, really, I feel. So the first one I will talk about is the one I'm wearing. This is the Fisherman's knit. It is a cropped, let me just stand up a little bit. It is a cropped sweater, quite wide, and with a really thick neckline. You know what? I actually feel that I'm wearing it the wrong way around. I am. So let me just change that. I'm not going to stop the video because I'm not going to restart. I just stood up and I thought, hey, there's something off. So here we go. That's better. So it's a cropped sweater and with a really thick double neckband. And I knit mine in Alafoss Lopi, a really nice sort of yarn with a speckle, like a blue and yellow speckle in it. And it's like a Bordeaux wine color. I had this yarn in my stash and I had enough of it. I even have some left. So I wanted to use it and I thought the Fisherman's knit would be perfect. But this is the Fisherman's knit they have, and I love that color, and I actually love this yarn brand. It's Hjelholt's spinnery, in its Danish brand yarn as well, and it's beautiful yarn. I mean, yeah. And I also, what I didn't do is, you can see that there are cables on the sleeves, and I didn't do that, and that was because of my yarn choice. it was pretty heavy work. I think I should have needle sized up, but it's just a one size pattern. So if I needle sized up, it would have become even bigger, and I should have just, even though the length of this yarn is sort of similar as the Alafoss Lopi, I think the consistency of the yarn is just very different. And so it's a very winter sweater, but because it's so short and airy, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I love it anyway. I'm really happy with it. The stitch definition is really good, as you can see. And it's like a thick outdoor sweater, and it's got that sort of rugged quality, which I think, and sort of stiff quality, which their knits do have. So I'm happy with it. And I think the pattern was pretty good. You read it like row by row. So I keep my rows to know where I'm at, and then you follow the pattern. I must say then, I will show you that the pattern is pretty small. Long rows, pretty small. So I struggled a little bit with that, as I said. But, you know, once you get into it, once you understand the cable, and it becomes pretty rhythmic. So I would like to also knit this in a lighter color, because like the traditional cabled sweaters are often like white or off-white because the cables come out so beautifully. So yeah, I might do that. I will have a little, before I go on to the next one that I've knit, I will show you one that I wanted to knit, but I decided not to. Is there anything else I wanted to say about this one? No, I don't think so. Balloon type sweaters with a really big cuff. It's really comfortable because of that. Yeah, no, I think that's it. If you have any questions about it, please let me know. I wanted to knit this one, the Magda cardigan. No, Magda knit, they call it Magda knit. But actually I was gifted yarn for Christmas to do this, but the yarn I was gifted was also in a Bordeaux colour, and I didn't want another one in the Bordeaux colour, and I wasn't sure about, for me, having the big cable right in the centre here. So this is like a flat cable, it lies very flat, but that one is really, so I wasn't sure about that, I don't know. And I've knitted the Odda Knit, which was, I will show you, which has a lot of seed stitch, and this is sort of the same thing. It also has a lot of seed stitch, and I thought I had enough for a minute, so I have put that yarn to use for the Ozetta Lakes cardigan. It's a V-neck cardigan, and I'm really enjoying that, so I will show that when it's finished. There are some videos out there already about it. The next knit is the Odda Knit. I really love this one. There's also a vest version of this one in the book as well. Yeah, I have it here. Again, I used stash yarn. I really love this one. I love the color, and the stitch definition is really beautiful. But as you can see, there's a lot of seed stitch all over the back, and yeah, look at the stitch definition. It's really nice. I really love it. It's very flowy. The yarn I used was Drops Nepal, which is a yarn that I really like. But I hadn't worked with for a long time, because I've worked with more rustic yarns for a long time, like Dutch yarns. As I was dyeing that, I was knitting a lot with that as well. So it was nice to go back to a yarn that I knew. And what I like is that in contrast to this one, which is quite sturdy, this one is quite flowy, and yeah, I really like it. It's got wide arms, 3/4 length, and it's just a really beautiful really, really beautiful pattern. The pattern was easy to read, easy to follow. It is a bottom up construction, so you start at the bottom and you work your way in the round, and then the last the top bit is yeah, bottom up, and the top bit is worked flat. I had no problems with working flat doing these cables, because they've really the pattern is well designed, so you don't have any complicated things on the purl rows. So these are my two patterns that I have knit. I will show you some more patterns that I would like to knit. This is one that I really like. I love the look of it, the Ingeborg cardigan, because I like the way the direction changes of the pattern. But I have knitted a cardigan by Petite Knit, which is up to here, and I don't really wear it. I'm more of a V-neck. I like V-necks more, so yeah, I won't knit that, but I do like it. There was another one which is a really cool looking cardigan. I really like this one as well. It is the Skall knit. I love that color too, so I probably will. And this one, the Lasso knit, it's so dramatic, and I love the color. I love the whole look of this one, but it's like a big heavy knit, which is maybe not something that you would. I love the detailing as well. It's a raglan construction, but it has like the cable going down the raglan as well. It's really beautiful, but it's like dramatic and big, and I will definitely not knit any of these before next winter. But it's nice to read the patterns. I do keep reading the patterns, and I just go through them. And I also like this one. This is more of a summer knit, like a lighter weight knit, and it's knit in panels, so like with a lace motif, which is really nice. And I think I might knit that for this summer. Here's another photograph. So the book has a lot of inspiration. I think it has 14 patterns in it, going from mostly garments, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yeah, these are all the knits that are in it, going from sweaters, cardigans, vests, and some gloves. Yeah, so I mean, it is an amazing book to have as an inspiration. It's, if you want to do cables, this is your book. And I do think they have like a variety of cables and lace and, you know, different yarn weights. So yeah, this is what the whole book is about. So I really love this book. I think the whole aesthetic, it's beautiful. I think it was nice to follow. And what I like about knitting from books is that I make notes in the books, and I leave the notes in there, and it becomes like a diary almost of what you're knitting, and you have it all there. And if you just have to grab the book and know what you've done. So I write down the needles I've used, the yarn I've used, if I ran into any complications. So yeah, this is my first book review. Let me know what you think. Have you got the book? Have you knit from Skall or bought some of their clothing items? I have seen they have like these dramatic bows, and they have like this dramatic scrunchie. I mean, their style is really nice, and it's really good. I love it. So I love to follow them also on Instagram. Yeah, so I just quickly wanted to show you my little cuffs this is a pattern. This is my first pattern that was out on Ravelry. They are in here. You can wear them either as just cuffs, or you can put your thumb through. It is a really easy beginner pattern, and I've knitted a scarf with. The better sample is downstairs, but I knitted a scarf with a little triangle shape going down, so you wear it more like a tie. And it goes back to when I was growing up my mother was English. I grew up in Holland, but I was going back and forth to England a lot of times, seeing my cousins, and obviously they had school uniforms, which I thought was so interesting, and we didn't have that in Holland. So when I was visiting them and they went to school, they taught me how to do their tie. And I thought it was a lovely thing to share with cousins, so that I could do the boys' ties. And that is a little reminder of that, my first little pattern. Yeah, and so if you are living in Holland and you want to learn how to knit or do a knitting workshop, I have 3 knitting workshops online at the moment, and there are more coming. So welcome to have a look. I will post everything down below. The next knitting book I will be reviewing is A Knitter's Year by Witre Design. I will also already link it so you can have a look. I have knit, I think, about 5 or 6 garments out of that book. So that will be a longer episode or a longer video. So I think that's it for now. I hope you've enjoyed that. Let me know if this inspires you to buy the book. Even though it's like quite expensive, it's 60 euros, I think, but then 14 patterns, then again it's quite good because their patterns sold separately are like 16 euros 50. So that would be a lot more expensive. Yeah, let me know what you think, and if you like my videos, please subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.